Welcome guys to the stream. I'm just finishing up the poll. We'll see who's won. So far it's Fiend, so I guess we're gonna test the Fiend weapon today. I hope you all good, no one's sick or anything. Alright, so let's just jump into the game. So yeah, as I said, Fiend has won with 40%. The second one was Archmage, then Swordsman and Rogue. Today I want to do just a quick stream. Basically I'll test the free to play weapons. Next week obviously I'm going to test as you can see here in the right corner, I'm gonna test the new unit released. That's for the next week. Sadly this doesn't work at the moment. As you can see, I press and nothing happens, and that's for the next week. This week we're gonna test a free to play weapon. So as Fiend has won it, we're gonna test it. So let's go for her. See what the weapon does, because I had no even. This weapon has been released for quite a long time, but I maxed it out. Okay, I got a 6-star awakened with 100 level, and I didn't even read the description because this unit is still quite mandatory for my Infernal team, so I didn't bother even reading. Since I had extra blades, I basically made it to 6 stars. So what it does is it awakens, gives a skill Lash. A Fiend swings its whip, clean damage equal to 200% of own attack to enemy units in large range, and inflicted bleed. There is a 50% chance of decreasing unit damage by 20% for 6 seconds, which is quite good. At 1 star, it increases Fiend's attack by 20% and healing by 10%, and Fiend is a very good healing unit. Increases unit damage reduction of friendly Infernal units by 10% when Fiend is on the battlefield. Okay, so that's a big buff for all the Infernal units. Then at 3 stars, it does Infernal Binding. A Fiend wraps its whip around the target unit, exposing their weakness and rendering them unable to move and attack, decreasing the unit damage reduction by 15% for 4 seconds, and the cooldown is 20 seconds. Okay, so that's a good crowd control, as they can't move and they can't attack for 4 seconds. Then at 4 stars, increases Fiend's unit damage by 20%. Fiend does not do a lot of damage, so this is quite meaningless buff, but still a little bit more damage, so you can't say no to a little bit more damage. When Fiend attacks a bleeding enemy unit, there is a 30% chance it recovers HP equal to 50% of its own attack to itself and a random friendly Infernal unit. So that makes him quite a good healing unit. Okay, it boosts his healing capacities, which are quite good already. And at 6 star, sorry guys, it's the translation. Okay, Fiend is she. Okay, it's a female. So Her Majesty Fiend whips a random friendly Infernal unit to inside the unit's potential, increasing the unit's damage by 20%, unit damage reduction by 20%, crit hit by 200, and tenacity by 200 for 8 seconds. While active, healing received is reduced by 30%. Cooldown is 27 seconds. Okay, so everything is quite interesting, quite a lot of utility. Welcome to the stream, Tony. Okay, so before we go any further, let's set up a team. As you know, hi Nopak. As you know, guys, there was a vote going on which weapon we are gonna test today, so I didn't prepare anything. Okay, hello Richie. But what we're gonna test is basically this formation. I'm gonna play against hello Vicha. I'm gonna play against Astral. So if you saw previous stream, you should be able to remember how these results were happening. Okay, how this fight in particular was happening. So obviously the devil only managed to, the Zeren formation only managed to win once, but it doesn't matter. Okay, in this test it does not matter. What we're testing is to see how much of an influence this weapon will have, because if you're playing Zeren, you will be playing against Astrals, and what is worth to see is this 6-star weapon is gonna change anything. So for this sake, I'm gonna use artifacts this time around. I never use artifacts, but I want to spice these things up. I'm gonna be using Armageddon Blade. on Xeron. But before I do that, let's see what level of Armageddon Blade I got. Because I don't want to be playing level 20 Armageddon Blade against crappy, let's say, Angelic Alliance. Okay, so it's level 4 Armageddon Blade. Hello Maltoni, I know that, but today I decided to just do a quick stream to give out the diamonds and no focus on any paid units. I want to do some free to play units, and I gave a choice to the guys today. Okay, everyone had a choice to decide which free unit we're gonna test. Next week, as I mentioned at the beginning, we'll test Grim Reaper, and after that I'll do some paid weapon. Okay, so yeah, I'll be running Armageddon Blade. Let's go for the skill settings. Okay, so I'll be using that setup. Obviously, Piece of Eden, Power of the Dragon, Hulk, Angelicum, and Armageddon Blade. That will be on Xeron. So this time around, I will use artifacts. So this fight will be different, and I'll be using test roster bonuses, which I never used. Okay, so what I'm doing here is, you can see, when it comes to the roster, it's a test, so faction bonuses not existent. There will be class bonuses. As you can see, I've made sure that all these powers are very similar, so there's no a big advantage when it comes to the classes, and I kept special ones empty as well, because some formation like Dragon Mutara could use 6 ultra rare units, and that will give her an advantage. Okay, so this is what we'll be using today, and as you can see, the power is similar, so 15,300,000 against 15,200,000. Okay, so very similar, and this is the same formation I played against last week. So let's see how much of a difference it is with artifacts and roster bonuses. I think it's quite laggy. Okay, so even though I'm using artifacts and rosters, the result is very similar. Astral still manages to win. Okay, so still Dark Elemental, if you guys don't have that unit and you're playing Inferno, I believe this combination Dark Elemental and Doombringer is quite good. Troll, you could easily replace Troll with Ice Demon. Okay, it's not impactful unit in that setup, but it's still quite good if you're running a second Kilgore. Okay, so what we're looking for here is Pitfiend's performance. So as you can see, she's done quite a lot of healing. Okay, she survived 51 seconds, which will be quite nice to actually measure. Okay, the Devil survived 39 seconds, but we're not testing the weapon of the Devil, we already done it. So the fight concluded in 82 seconds and Astral won. Okay, let's start beefing up the weapon. Let's go with stats first. Okay, so by increasing the levels, we increase attack, HP, and the total attack percentage and HP percentage as well. So as you can see, I'm not only attack, which gives her more healing, and this is why we have her. Okay, she's a support unit, she's no damage unit. She's basically like an angel in Astral formation. She provides quite a lot of healing to the team and buffs. Okay, so the stats for her will obviously make her live a little bit longer and do more damage, which obviously, while she's not the top damage dealer, a little bit extra damage on your team is always a good thing to have. And if it comes free, because getting that to level 100 is not a really hard task if you main Infernal. At the end, obviously, I'm gonna show you guys a different formation with Ziran, so because I think Ziran can beat Astral now, and I think that's what's happening on most of the younger servers. In the older servers, Astral is still probably the strongest hero in the game at the moment, at least on my server. Okay, I'm only against Dragon Mutaris, so let's see the difference. Just gonna speed up because obviously it's not a very exciting fight. And in here we can actually see it a little bit better without all this clumsiness. Okay, so the fight lasted 81 seconds. Okay, so that is actually a shorter fight, but that's because of all the RNG, and this is something you obviously can't control, and the seat will be different. Okay, so just a little bit more healing, and as I said, this is just stats. Okay, so stats for a support unit are not really that important, but what's important is what we do next. So we are adding more utility, so let's get it with awakening the weapon. Okay, bam, we got it. Okay, so extra damage, inflicts with bleed, and 50% chance to reduce units damage, decreasing unit damage by 20%. Okay, so more utility, a little bit extra damage, and obviously I'm not keeping track of any of the damage charts right now because I don't want to bother you guys, and sadly I don't even have time to write it all down. But obviously if someone wants to see all this data, they can get back, rewatch the stream, and see all the info. Yeah, so as you can see, interesting. But that might be seed again, okay? But this time around, by just awakening the weapon, look at that healing done, okay? That healing basically tripled. That's because she also lived a lot longer, okay? But obviously something happened, but as we know, it's all RNG, it's all random. So let's keep upgrading the weapon and see how it goes, okay? Because once we upgrade it, we change the seat, and the next fight might be different. We might actually get back to losing. Okay, so now we increase her attack and healing. So the healing number should be higher. The damage a little bit as well. But the damage portion in that unit is not significant. I wouldn't be bothered about the damage of Kid Fiend. Okay, very similar result. A little bit extra healing, a little bit more damage, but we're still winning. Okay, so it's consistent. 2 fights, 1. So the set is changing, but we're still winning. So that means it's working. Okay, this weapon is working. Increase unit damage reduction of friendly infernal units by 10%. Okay, so this is huge. Okay, every infernal unit will be more tanky. So your venom spawn, your nightmare, ifriti, and whatever I'm using here. Yeah, so all these 4 units, 5 actually, will be more tanky. So that means they shouldn't be dying so easily, which is good. They'll be able to absorb more damage. But that is also changing the seed. As you can see, the devil has just died. So RNG being RNG, the fight is lost. All these stats are really low compared to the previous fight. Okay, let's try the same fight. I'm gonna change the seed. Okay, let's cast the spell. Okay, so I casted the spell and basically there was no ultimate on Xenon side, so that's not good. Okay, but still a lost fight. Similar stats. Let's try again. Let's do that. It's going to be obviously a much different fight, but let's see. If we lose 3 times, that means this seed is no good. We're gonna go upgrade the weapon again. Yeah, again, Devil didn't kill Naga, so the fight is done. It doesn't mean that the weapon suddenly becomes worse. It's just all the random stuff, because there's so much random stuff in this game you can't control. Okay, so we lost because we lost. Let's just put it back together. Okay, there were different buffs on different units and sets, etc, etc. Okay, because we got Genie on a no, we don't have Genie at the moment. Yeah, just switch it back. Okay. Right, let's move on. Okay, so we won, and we lost. Okay, let's go with 3 stars. Infernal Binding. Okay, so this is a utility again. The unit can move and attack. Yeah, so that's what it was, which is saying. So basically, if the Reborn Devil kills the Naga, the fight is won. If not, Naga kills the Devil and the fight is lost. But it's all RNG, okay? But obviously, upgrading this weapon actually worked 2 times, okay? So it's 2 out of 3. Let's go with another one. And today, guys, there will be only one question, 5 winners. And I don't even have the question prepared because, as I said, we are you guys decided what we're testing, so I'll have to figure out the question and the answer will have to be typed today. Okay, so very close, but Naga survived. However, even with Naga surviving, Inferno was successful. Okay, it took a lot of time, and this time around Troll actually done some damage. Okay, Troll is like a backup Saiyajin. Okay, you want him. If he's able to be enraged for a lot of time, for longer time, he will do a lot of damage. Okay, but Pitfin's healing 66 seconds, 27 million. No, sorry, 270 million. Okay, it's quite good compared to, let's say, Angel. As you can see here, she is doing more healing than Angel. Is she though? 52 million of Angel and 270 million of Pitfiend. Okay, so yeah, she's doing a lot of healing. She brings a lot of utility, and as you can see, even though the Devil has died to Naga, this weapon upgrade allowed us to win. Okay, so we were losing the scenario, and then we suddenly win again. So it's worth it. Okay, getting this is worth it. Now let's see if the seed is gonna change at 4 stars. 4 stars increase the unit damage of that unit by 20%, which is rather, as I said, this unit is not here for the damage, it's for the utility and healing, so this is not the best weapon perk, I would say so, but let's see if it makes any difference. Okay, so we won again, which is good. Look at that healing. Okay, is a lot, because obviously the more attack she has, the more she actually heals, but it only increases her unit damage, which is still, as you can see, only 3%. Well, if you compare Venom spawn damage and her damage, it's very similar. It's only 1% damage difference, so yeah, she's doing much more damage than Ifriti. Okay, but it's working. This weapon is working. Maybe this is why I was losing on my previous stream, because I didn't have that weapon. Okay, I have it on live. Okay, and I believe every Infernal player has it maxed out. Okay, let's go with. Oh, sorry, that's my 5-star. So when it attacks a bleeding enemy unit, which she does, okay, she does bleeding here. Okay, so she inflicts bleeding. She has a 30% chance to recover HP equal to 50% of its own attack to itself and a random friendly Infernal unit. So 50% of her attack, and her attack is 322 4 5 7, so 160,000 according to the total. So even more healing, okay, and she's already out healing everyone on Astral side. Ha, but the seed changes again, and we are losing. However, 57 seconds, 277 million. It's quite, oh, it's a lot, okay, compared to what we had. So it's a little bit extra healing. Obviously, I don't think there's much bleed in this formation, so it's not like the greatest. I'm sorry, it's not the greatest perk when it comes to the weapon, because it only gives her a chance. Okay, so that's another RNG. Okay, 30% chance. So we add another RNG. So maybe it didn't even proc this time around, but it's hard to tell. Okay, so we got at 6-star now. Okay, so this is where you max out the weapon, and gives her a new skill, Her Majesty. So she whips a random friendly Infernal unit to increase the unit potential, increasing the unit damage reduction, and crit hit and tenacity. Okay, so all of these stats are quite good, but the healing is reduced by 30% on that unit, and it happens once every 27 seconds. So if she does it on the devil might have a chance to actually kill the backline. If she does it for Behemoth, maybe Behemoth will finally stay alive for a little longer, allow the team to win. We'll see. But that adds another random thing in this fight, and there's so much randomness already that this fight might play out in so many different ways. And in the end we lose. So far 4-3 on the winning side. A little less healing. Well, yeah, much less healing than previous fight. Maybe because when she binds, the target loses 30% healing, so that might be the difference here. Still, damage wise, she's doing almost same damage as this Venom spawn. So her damage is going up. Okay, so she's basically up here when it comes to the damage. Okay, still not significant amount, but that's what it is. At least it's going up. Let's try this fight again. I'm not sure what emblems I have not heard, truth to be told. I don't remember. I didn't put any emblems today, so let's see what there is. Yeah, no anger, so let's change it. I don't think I have any anger emblems. Uh, okay, so we got anger. So why Ivici asked for that? Because on her, the most important thing is the ultimate. Okay, so you want to boost the level of the ultimate as much as possible. So there's more healing. Okay, also, yes, this might be random. This might be completely random because, as I said, I didn't have time to set up anything for the Pitfin. So let's see what you guys are using, and I'll see what I'm using on my main account. Vicha, is that something similar to what you use? Because I'm logging into my main account to see what I'm using. Hold on, are you saying right, right, left? Or right, right, left? Let me see what I use on global. So that's what you use. Right, right, left. On global, I also use left, right, right. Okay, let's see the difference. Okay, we changed the emblems, so she's healing much more, and this is why she's in the team. And then I'm gonna change this team a little bit to show you guys the team that's actually able to win against Astral easily. Well, this team is working. Okay, you could see that out of 7 fights, we managed to win 4. Okay, 44 seconds. Not bad. Let's try putting different. Oh, sorry, no. So obviously you probably have this casted. Okay, I could cast that here too, but just go with what was originally. See the difference here. Did I unlock new skin? No, it's no weapon skin for 3 units. Okay, let's try that fight again. Oops. By the way, I never finished the other thing on a global. Just can't be asked. Yeah, very similar result. Okay, but so what I can say is this weapon works so far. Okay, because before I even invested in that weapon, the fights were lost. Okay, all the time. Whatever I tried, Inferno was losing, and then we managed to win 4 out of 7 fights, which is more than 50%, okay, since we invested in that weapon, and that's on quite a lot of different seats. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just change the formation, because this is what I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this is a different formation people use, and they're quite good with it. Okay, but it's kind of whalish one. Oh, I don't think I have weapon. Okay, anyway. Okay, so 1 second, guys. I forgot what they use instead of behemoth. Oh, was it? Oh, yes, that's right. So you got Frost Domain and that. Yeah, only two. Sorry about that, guys. So, do you remember what other guys use instead of that behemoth? Let's see. Just 1 second, guys. Let me find it. Because I wanted to see that formation on test server myself, but I never had a chance to actually launch it. Oh, my computer is running so slow today. Okay, so that's not it. Yeah, so I was pretty sure that's free. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's run it with the behemoth at the moment, but I know I shouldn't be running behemoth here. So yeah, this is why people can beat Astral, okay? But can you afford that setup? Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so you got Dark Elemental who kills melee units. Okay, he's the tank shredder. You got Devil, you got Ice Demon. Okay, quite a lot of damage on that guy. Then you got all that to mitigate damage plus bring healing, and obviously Behemoth to stay alive as much as possible. So this is the formation people are using currently, and it's working. Okay, obviously the Behemoth can be replaced, but you have some people are even running something like that. No, this Astral is not using Genie. This is my Astral basically. This is what I run with Seer. Right, some people use that guy here, hoping to buff the right units. That's another RNG. And obviously, this Devil has the same level casted stones as any other unit here. Okay, so it's not like it's the Black Dragon even, yes. It's not like these Devil is OP compared to what other guys can be running, because when I'm doing the test, I'm trying to make everything as equal as possible, but I know most of the guys have Devil that is quite strong compared to the other units, okay? And this is not the case here. I could beef up Devil's emblems, okay? But this is not it. We're not testing Devil, okay? So I just wanted to show you at the end of the stream that Ziren can beat Astral, okay, if it's built properly. The problem is, who can afford it? Okay, who can afford a formation like that? So we're talking about I'll do that, Richie, don't worry. So we're talking about 1, 2 SSI units, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 ultra rare units, and 1 SR and 1 SR plus. Okay, so it's quite expensive, but you can do it. Okay, you can win. See this astral formation. Yes, very similar. So you go 1, 2, 3 ultra rares, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4 SSRs. Okay, so it's very similar. Now, if we just add Genie instead of Seer, okay, this is going to reduce the value. Yeah, so if you're whaling, you can win with everything against everyone, guys. Okay, it's not a problem because you will be stronger than your opponents. Your artifacts alone, so even one level of artifact can make a difference if it's like Armageddon Blade or Angelic Alliance, or even Sword of Frost. Okay, so don't yeah. Yeah, so same result. Okay, so you can win. You can win if you invest a lot in this team. And if you're playing, if you've been playing Chela and you have these two units, why not add them? Okay, it's good. These two units really work well together in Infernal team. Okay, I believe this is like the strongest Infernal team available at the moment. And obviously the tank. Yes, but I see ultra rares and SSI units. Well, maxed out SSI units, okay, because they got 5-star awakening. So these units actually cost more to get than ultra rare units. Okay, but yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that this team can win. Okay, and it doesn't even matter if you have Black Dragon hero. You can add even something like Angel. This is why I don't use Genie, guys. I use Seer. Okay, I use Seer because I believe with Seer currently this is the strongest team you can have with Astral. Obviously you can replace Seer with Dark Elemental right now and you can't just go wrong with it. Okay, everything will work. But see, I even put Nightmare in front. Okay, I didn't put it in front of Naga, okay, but I added Angel and it works, okay. So you can beat Astral, and this is what I couldn't show you guys last week because I didn't have that weapon, and obviously I didn't play that setup. That setup I was just able to see this week. Even if I go 7 units, it's going to be interesting. Okay, let's see if we can beat Astral with 7 units. Let's see what the core is. No, well, we need 8 units. Yeah, but this is it. This is what I wanted to show you guys on top of that weapon. since we decided to test Pit Fiend weapon. So basically I just done that in case you want that guy out. And I'm gonna guys give you one question, okay? It's not red, it's not gonna pop on your screen, so I'll just ask you a question and you'll need to type an answer, guys, okay? So this time around, type in an answer, because I didn't prepare anything, because obviously I didn't know who's gonna win, which unit will be tested today, so I didn't prepare anything, but it will be a question about Pit Fiend, okay? So hey, you can beat Astral with Zero right now, okay? If I can do it on stream, you can do it off stream as well. Right guys, so let me just quickly look at Pit Fiend and ask a question about her. Okay, and what I'll need you to do is write the answer, okay? You'll need to write the answer on the chat, and 5 winners, okay? So 5 people who answer correctly and the fastest on my chat will receive 500 diamonds sent by email, usually by Thursday or Friday. Okay guys, so the question is very simple. What is the ultimate skill of Pit Lord? Okay guys, I got 5 winners. So the first correct answers on my screen are Ivica Jovanovic, followed by Molly High, followed by Naupak, followed by Nari Newfoundland, and Richie. Michael, you were the 6th one, so sadly you didn't win this time round, but there's always a chance on the next stream. And as you guys know, on the next stream I'll be testing Grim Reaper, so it will be quite interesting stream to see how Necropole is going to perform after we add a new commander unit. Right, so just to confirm the servers you guys play in, I got all the information I need from you from previous quizzes. Okay, so basically Ivica, you're playing on EU48 server, Molly, you play on EU52, Naopak, you play on EU5, Nari, you play on EU112, and Richie, you play on EU33. If that's correct, guys, that's us. Okay, that's you all sorted. I got your IDs, and I'll write to Jane tonight, and you'll get the rewards. Yeah, no problem, guys. Yeah, I don't really have that much time to stream anymore, but I want to give out these diamonds since I have the chance to do so. So this is why I'll be doing this format of testing, basically just a quick preview of what this weapon does, okay, without too much going into it, because these weapons are old, okay. There's quite a lot of players who already tested them and they can give you a better insight. But what I want to see is how much of an impact it still does, okay. Obviously, when there's a stream of a new unit, I'll try my best to make it as much entertainment as possible. So these streams will be at least an hour and a half worth. These ones I want to wrap them up quickly so I can put my daughter to sleep. Right, thank you guys for staying with me today. Stay safe and I'll see you next week. Bye.